Hey, the Buffalo Bills are finally cooking. They ended up signing their running back James Cook to a very lucrative deal. There's a cold case down in Atlanta that's so unbelievable. I didn't even think it was real. I thought it was something out of one of those Lifetime movie originals. Also, I think I figured out who Residuals is about. And more. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of 58 South TV presents Topics of Discussion, your new home for sports, news, and entertainment. I am your host, 58 South, along with my co-host, fresh from the Polo store. What's happening, Joose? Jalapeno Jones. What's up, boss?
Are those Bugle Boy jeans you wearing? Hell no, girl. You know they Polo. What's up, man?
What's happening with you, boss?
I ain't making no noise. How about you?
Man, I'm making all the noise.
Yeah.
I'm making all the noise, man. How was your week?
Man, it's been very productive. A lot of work going on, man. Just trying to stay above and stay out the way.
That's what's up. It rained a whole lot for me, but we ain't here for that. Let's get right to it.
Let's go.
Starting off with some NFL news. It's always a great day when somebody gets a payday. James Cook, congratulations. 4 years, $48 million, $30 million of that guaranteed. The running back for the Buffalo Bills. So congratulations, sir. Matter of fact, said congratulations. Let me see if it'll give us the clap.
Oh yeah,
Excuse me. Whoa, excuse me. See if it'll give us the sound effects for clapping.
There we go.
Let's make sure I say it that way.
Yeah, I'm glad you said. We don't want the clap, brother. Believe that.
No. So, with James Cook being signed, being locked in for the next 4 years, who right now has more pressure on him to come out of the AFC to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? Is it the Chiefs, the Ravens, or the Bills?
I mean, brother, that's a question that I wish I could answer. It's just gonna be a wild guess on that one because they all ready to go. I know Kansas City want revenge, so I know they're gonna try to come out. Definitely the Baltimore Ravens want a taste of that. You know what I mean? They've been waiting to do what they do. I don't know, man. So I'm gonna throw one in the air and say Lamar. It's time for Lamar to get right. So we going with the Ravens.
Okay. Why the Ravens over the Bills? Just curious.
I just think it's Lamar's time. He's getting real close every year, but not close enough. And I think this is gonna be the year that he gets to another level. Hopefully gets to the Super Bowl and wins it.
So you think the Ravens have more pressure on them to come out of the AFC?
I would think so. I mean, definitely the Bills do. I know the Bills definitely got a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? But it's between them two. I love Kansas City, and they always, they like the Golden State Warriors of the NFL. But I believe I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens, man.
Okay. I think it's the Bills, to be honest with you. I think it's the Bills.
Okay.
Just seeing how quick they were to kind of break up a good thing when they had it with Stephon Diggs and the rest of the team. It's like they're not wasting any time. They're letting you know right now, man. It's either now or never, kind of. So I'm thinking it's the Bills that are under the most pressure. Plus, they showed that they can get over that Ravens hump last season. So now the only thing in their way is winning at Arrowhead, because that'll more than likely be the situation where they got to go into the Chiefs Stadium and win on the road to get to the Super Bowl. Again, we're saying
that's real.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Bills as far as more pressure on them to come out, and especially since you got your running back locked up. I mean, all your pieces are there now.
You're right, but there's no right answer on that question. That's a trick question right there, brother.
It's a nice toss up.
It is.
It's a nice toss up. One thing that isn't a toss up though, man, your man Shedeur Sanders is currently injured, dealing with an oblique injury. Did you see any reports on how severe the injury is?
I did not. It is the first time I'm actually hearing about it right now.
Oh, okay. Wow. I haven't seen who they're going to get to replace him as far as the quarterback for the rest of the preseason. I really doubt that they're going to put 40-year-old Joe Flacco out there in preseason action. But hey, it's the Browns.
Most likely,
man.
It's going to be Dylan Gabriel. Most likely.
Have you been following? Go ahead.
I was about to say he's supposed to start this game anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
I've been following. What's that?
Well, no, I was just going to ask you, have you been following any Dylan Gabriel, practices or anything like that, just to see how he's been doing? Because they've been talking a lot about Shedeur, but I haven't really heard about how Dylan Gabriel performs.
Shedeur kind of overshadows a lot of people when he's around. But Yeah, they say Dylan Gabriel been looking good at workouts, and they wanted to get him in. They was going to get him in the first preseason game that they had against the Carolina Panthers, but I think he had a little injury that he didn't want to go out there with. So, something minor, but they didn't want it, to make it even worse. But yeah, I think he'll be starting. And then if they put anybody else in, it'll be like I think they got a quarterback last name Huntley.
Okay.
I don't know if you
Tyler
know.
Tyler
Yep,
Huntley.
Tyler Huntley. So I guess either he might start the game and then Dylan Gabriel finish it, or Dylan Gabriel might just, I don't know, might go the whole distance.
I'm just hoping that Shedeur's injury doesn't affect his standing in the quarterback rotation too much.
Yes, me too. They still had him at fourth though.
Even after that Carolina performance.
Even after that Carolina performance, yep. The next day after that, they still put their depth chart out and they had him at fourth.
Okay.
So
Making him work for it. That's all.
they
Don't
love
wish.
making a black man work, don't they?
I mean,
Man,
you your chosen career path was to be in the NFL. You gotta take what come with that, man.
no, that's right.
Gotta take what come with it. Excuse me. So some of the NBA schedule has been released, and already the most interesting game on the schedule to me is the Houston Rockets versus the OKC Thunder on opening night. So Kevin Durant has to watch the OKC Thunder get their rings presented to him and that banner raised.
Man, he probably gonna drop 50 that night.
You think so?
Hey man, you can't doubt KD. You can't nobody doubt KD. One thing that he gonna do is score, brother. That's never the case. Like you never have to worry about that with him. And you might have other issues off the court that have to deal with KD, or sometimes on the court with the injuries. But other than that, that's a walking bucket. That's what they call him, a straight walking bucket, brother.
Okay, so what's the more likely scenario? Kevin Durant drops 50 and they still lose by about 20 points, or Kevin Durant goes for like, let's just say something 27-ish, and the Rockets beat the Oklahoma City Thunder on their own floor on ring ceremony night. Which one of those scenarios seems more likely to you?
I'll take choice C, the one that you didn't say. Oklahoma City probably gonna thrash them boys. So that's what I'm going with.
What
Shea
you mean?
Gildas gonna come in there and drop probably 50. Shea Gildas might drop 50.
That was the first one I said.
What'd you say?
I said Kevin Durant will drop 50, but they still lose by like 20, 30 points.
Okay, well, I don't think he's gonna drop 50 either way. But I'll go with your first one then, because I don't think OKC just gonna come out getting their rings and get their butts toe up just because of the players that they have on that team. Like them boys ain't having that.
I don't know. I think what do I think? I think Durant has an off night that night.
Really?
Yeah, I think Durant has an off night that night, and it's by design. The Oklahoma City Thunder are gonna throw 2 and 3 different players at Kevin Durant at a time, man, to try to disrupt his flow on offense. I think
But you ain't disrupting that man's flow with nobody coming at him. Man. He got the reach of him. Was anybody out there?
You put Chet on him a couple times.
Said Chet. What Chet gonna do with KD?
What you mean? You act like Chet is like 6'5" or something.
Brother, what that mean? What you gonna do against KD? That's what I'm talking about. Like Chet ain't got nothing on KD, brother.
A bad night for Kevin Durant is gonna be like 20,
30.
I got Kevin Durant having a bad night against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yo.
So he's scoring 27 then. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. 27 on like 13 for 40 shooting or something like that, man. But yeah. I got OKC winning.
I love it.
OKC winning handily. Kevin Durant having a bad night. I think Kevin Durant's going to be booed from the time he steps off the team bus until the time the game is over.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're going to give it to him like that?
Kevin Durant, okay, I want to make sure I get this right. Someone had tweeted, I wonder what Kevin Durant is thinking since the team that he couldn't do it with some odd years later won the championship. And Kevin Durant responded, as he always does, on social media. He said, it's about time. And then him and J-Dub, the J-Dub that played in the games, not the other J-Dub on the team, the J-Dub who, could have been finals MVP or something like that. He was like, come on, man, you too good for this. This is unnecessary. And Kevin Durant shot back like, hey, man, say something back. You know what I mean? Y'all, it's just jokes. Say something back. So I believe Kevin Durant's going to get booed from the time he steps foot off the team bus till the time the game's over.
KD be with the smoke, don't he?
With the internet smoke, yeah.
It's sure enough, like heavy internet smoke.
Yeah, he with all that. He with
So he
all
said
that.
he was. You said J Dub, not the other one, not J, not J Scrub, J Dub, right?
Hey, look, man, that man has both of them have rings, so I ain't calling neither one of
Okay,
them a scrub. I'm just saying the J
okay.
Dub who played really, really well in the NBA playoffs,
Not the J
including the
Scrub that be
finals.
sitting on the bench all the time, smiling, making jokes.
Have no
Not
clue
that
who that
one.
is. Have no
Okay,
clue who that is, man.
all right.
No clue whatsoever who
Oh,
that is.
I definitely got a clue. My man be smiling on that bench. Well, hey, I ain't mad. If I was on the bench, I'd be smiling too. Getting paid to sit down. Shoot,
You know who else is smiling right now?
who's that?
Javante Davis, man. That domestic situation got dropped down there in Florida. So, congrats.
Say he smiling.
I mean, I would think so. There's no, there's no, the charge isn't looming over you anymore. Now you can get back to business. Now we can start talking about this rematch. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Pop?
You see him?
Yeah, he's on camera.
There you go. You on camera, brother? He does that on purpose too.
Yeah, that's what's
Just when we
up,
doing the
man.
show, he comes up. He never comes around this area where I'm shooting this at. As soon as he sees you on that phone, that camera, he's on here. He's
Pop
ready to
said,
see you.
Pop said, I'm gonna get my screen time, G.
Uh-huh.
You know who else was on camera though, right? Sha'Carri Richardson, that whole airport situation.
Yes, sir. What
That
happened
was
now?
that was on camera. You didn't see any of it?
No, I didn't get to see it. Where would I catch that at?
There's a YouTuber by the name of River TV. I watch a lot of her stuff, man. That and plus TMZ. For some reason, TMZ has any and every piece of video footage known to man about any and everything.
That is so weird that I usually get like alerts,
Yeah,
for stuff like that on TMZ. I got nothing with that one. I'm about to find that. I got to see that.
yeah, they got the whole situation to where they spoke to her, arrested her, put her in the car. Nobody got extremely hurt, so I can say it was funny.
Was it?
Yeah, it was hilarious, man. She ain't understand why, since he was the man in the situation, that he wasn't getting locked up. Those were her exact words. Like, even though he's the man in this situation, you taking me to jail? Like, yeah. Yeah.
That's the first thing she tries to say, huh?
That's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. Yeah. It was you gotta watch it, man.
I am. I'm gonna find it.
You gotta watch it.
Come on, Sha'Carri, do better. Do better.
No. Sha'Carri. She makes sure Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Sha'Carri, do better.
Yeah, that's her name. She made sure the officers knew how to pronounce it and everything. So yeah.
Lord have mercy.
That's her name. I'm just warning everybody who's watching right now, man, these next couple of stories are very disturbing. So if you're not into disturbing news stories, please mute, fast forward, do whatever you have to. There's an 18-year-old by the name of Giovanni Pelletier from Fuquay Arena, North Carolina. If you're not familiar, Fuquay Arena is 18 miles south of Raleigh, North Carolina. So Joose, young Giovanni was in Inglewood, Florida, vacationing with his family, his mom, stepdad, I believe his aunt, grandfather, whole family. While he was in Florida, he wanted to connect with his dad's side of the family because he didn't know that side of the family like that. So he reached out to him, and a couple of his cousins, like 3 of them, it says in the report, came and picked him up. After they picked him up, within minutes, I want to say for like 20 to 30 minutes after that, he sends his people a text message saying, "Mom, help." He sent that text message to his mother, to his grandfather, and to his aunt on his dad's side also. This happened on August 1st. That's when he went missing. On August 8th, Giovanni Pelletier's body was found in a retention pond off of, excuse me. Now, the mother, Miss Bridget Pelletier, she just wants answers, right? So she believes that the cousins know more than what they were telling the police. Because the story that the cousins gave the police was he had started acting erratic. We stopped the car. He got out of the car and just went his own way. Now, mind you, all this that they're talking about happened on the interstate. This was on I-75 where they're saying he just got out the car and left. They didn't phone his mom. They didn't tell anybody anything. They were just like, hey, he wanted to leave, so we let him leave. Mom's tracked the phone in the book bag. See, that's where it gets a little strange to me, because on one of the news reports I was reading, it said that she tracked the phone and the book bag to the side of the road on I-75. Then another report said a truck driver had the young man's book bag. So I'm not sure where that discrepancy came in at.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah. But what's this? I'm having a hard time finding the words to talk about this story, man, because it's heartbreaking in general. You know what I mean? An 18-year-old child lost their life. Boom. What's even more heartbreaking is you lost your life not reconnecting, but connecting with some family that you never knew, never had the pleasure of kicking it with or nothing like that. And then this happens to you the instant you connect with these folks.
Horrible situation.
Like you never met these people before. Your mom, she trusts you. She know how you rock. I don't know if she know that side of the family like that, and I don't know if she gave him any I don't want to say pointers or tips, but just any words of caution or anything like that. Did anybody even think to be like, hey, yo, Giovanni, since you ain't ever met him, I'll go with you when you meet your cousins or whatever, like one of his cousins or something like that. And it's crazy that you got to think like that. But I mean, you've never seen these people before. You've never met them. You don't know how they rock. You don't know their background. You don't know their history. You don't know if these might be the folks where they're from, where parents tell their kids, yo, don't do nothing over there with them. If I catch you over there around them, then you gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
God, boy, I'm hurting for the folks, man.
Yeah, it's bad all the way around, man. It's crazy, man. You go for one reason and, going to see family at that, family that you've never met before, and then you don't come back. And then, people acting like they don't know what happened, talking about you just stepped out of a car on the highway or Interstate 75. Like, none of that sounds right.
On I-75, he was acting erratic. We pulled the car over, let him get out, and we went on about our business.
Like, and made no phone call to anybody like, hey, man, your son is wilding. He got out the car. I just want to let you know this. Like, none of that, So all that sounds real fishy, man, and I hope they get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, me too, man. As of right now, the autopsy report that they have, the initial autopsy report is saying that the body was so decomposed that they couldn't really determine the cause of death. So the Pelletier family is having a second autopsy done as they should, man. They don't really trust the word of the folks down there in Florida about what went on with their son. The whole
you can't.
Whole situation is fishy, man. No pun intended. Man,
That might
and
be
prayers.
A Dateline special right there.
Hey, it may be, man. Thoughts and prayers to the Pelletier family, man, out there in Fuquay, Varina, North Carolina. That was the thing, like, cause I asked my sister, I'm like, yo, do you and your husband, y'all didn't know this kid or nothing, do you? Cause they live, out there in that area. They were like, nah, but she heard of the story. So, thoughts and prayers with the family, man. Hope they get to the bottom of it. Hope everybody's held accountable that needs to be held accountable. Speaking of accountability, so down in Atlanta, there was a 2007 cold case murder with a 24-year-old lady by the name of Nicole Austin. Nicole Austin's body was found on December 6, 2007, on the side of a road in a bag, burnt up, missing hands, missing feet, missing her head. Yeah, just wanted to let that sink in real quick. Burning body, side of the road, no hands, no feet, no head.
Dismembered. That is crazy.
Come to find out, it was her former girlfriend, Angel Marie Thompson, who was arrested for the 2007 murder. Turns out that Miss Thompson, let me make sure I emphasize how just loopy and nutty Angel Thompson was. Angel Thompson killed this lady. After she killed her, the night her body was found. Did I mention this? Did I tell you they were partners? They was living partners.
No, we didn't get to that.
Cool, okay. So Nicole Austin moves from New York to Georgia to live with her girlfriend, Angel Marie Thompson. While living down here, she has benefits, you know what I'm saying? Food stamps, Social Security, Section 8 housing, stuff to help you live out here.
Uh-huh.
She was talking about wanting to move back to New York. And that's Miss Austin. Angel Marie Thompson wasn't with any of that because she already had some warrants back in New York for some fraudulent activity. So they're thinking that she ended up killing her because she didn't want to move back. After she killed her, that very same night when the body was found, turns out Angel was on dating websites looking for somebody else to talk to, right? As crazy as that sounds, Angel assumed Nicole Austin's identity after she killed her.
Oh, no.
So she was receiving the Social Security benefits. She got the Section 8 housing. She was getting food stamps, all in her name. And when the Social Security Administration had, I guess, called her to, I guess, renew or review the information, then she switched back to her name to receive some benefits. Yeah, man, this is a grade A lunatic that was living on the streets. Excuse me, that was amongst the people living in Atlanta. How did she get caught when there's no head, no hands, no feet, you might ask? In 2023, the case was reviewed and DNA evidence was sent to Innovative Forensic Investigations in Virginia and also to Gene by Gene Laboratories in Texas. Then the results were compared by the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation Crime Lab. Then on December 13th, 2023, it was confirmed that the remains belonged to Miss Nicole Austin.
That is that is horrific, first of all. And for somebody to dismember somebody, you have to be some kind of you just don't care about anything, man. You cut off their feet, their head, what else you said, their hands? That's some kind of person right there, man. That's inhumane, man. Whew. Just to know there's people like that out is just sickening to hear, man. So how much time did she get?
Like they literally just broke this cold case. This was they did Fonnie Willis had a press conference. This was if not yesterday, the day before about this.
Good.
Yeah, man. You know, Fonnie got to get her face back from that Young Thug trial.
Uh-huh.
Hey, man. I'm all for this situation going down. You know what I mean?
Rightfully so.
Right. I don't
she don't need to come out of jail at all. That's life. That's life to me right there.
You did all that, burnt this lady's body, and then like the night the body was found, she was on the website looking for somebody else to talk to.
Like nothing even happened.
Like nothing even happened. Y'all be careful out there internet dating, man. Y'all be careful.
Please do.
Yeah, so much. Joose, last episode, I don't remember if it was the actual podcast or the live episode, you had brung up the mention of a young rapper by the name of T Hood who had been shot and killed down in Georgia.
Yes. In Atlanta, right?
Gwinnett County, I believe it said that T was.
Yep, that's Atlanta. Here we go.
Well, I thought Atlanta was Fulton County. I don't know. They got whole songs about if you ain't from certain parts, then you ain't from the A. So I don't want to say nothing wrong. Hey, I ain't from there.
It's the A. It's just weird how they do it, but all that's the A.
Nah, I'm gonna just say Georgia.
Go ahead. I used to live there though, so I'm definitely telling you something I know.
I hear you. I'm gonna let somebody who from there say that.
Okay. I got a couple of people from there.
I'm gonna just say Georgia. And turns out, T Hood was the boyfriend of Kirk Frost's daughter.
And who's Kirk Frost?
Kirk Frost of Love and Hip Hop fame. I mean, before Love and Hip Hop fame, Kirk was a known music producer / manager of his wife Rashida Frost down in Atlanta, also of Love and Hip Hop. But it turns out, they're saying that. So it's Kirk's daughter, but Kirk and Rashida's son that they have together, he's one of the suspects. Well, the suspect in the shooting. And as of right now, recording, they're saying that it could be a situation of self-defense. They're not saying why they're saying it's self-defense. They're not giving any actual specifics on exactly what happened. They're just looking at it as it may be a possible self-defense case.
Huh. Well, that's another crazy one, you know. Getting killed in your own house by somebody saying they claim self-defense in your house. I don't know, but things do go down, and that's how it happens. And hopefully they get to the bottom of that one, too, because all this stuff you coming with sounds real fishy and crazy.
They released a video. It's a past video of what looked like T Hood, I guess, kind of jumping on Kirk Frost's daughter. But the video, it like the way they're trying to portray it is like the video is something that happened and led up to it, like it happened right before or something like that. But that was a older video.
Okay.
So if y'all do see the video that's out there that looks like him jumping on or attacking the young lady. That's not that like that didn't happen, and then right after that he got shot. Now something like that could have happened, but there's no. I mean, they ain't have any proof of that. I don't know. As the young, as the young lady, I don't know what she does in this situation, man. Like your brother killed your boyfriend. Your brother killed your boyfriend.
But did she? Now the question is, did she set that up for him to kill her boyfriend? You know what I mean? That's what you got to understand now. So was it her that set the whole thing up, or did the brother just find out something was going on and just pulled up? You know what I mean?
So give me the scenario in which you're thinking about. Are you saying like they had an altercation and then she called?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yo, bro, I need you to handle something for me. Telling her she just wanted, maybe the brother coming in, beat him up a little bit, scare him, or, no telling what it was. There's a lot of scenarios that could have went down with that. But I don't think the brother just gonna show up out of nowhere. Like he had to know something.
So he had to get wind of something going on for him to just
Had to.
show up. Unless he was already there and dudes start tripping.
Now there you go. Now that's different too. Yep. That's totally different. So I hate it, you know what I mean? Because, have you ever heard any T Hood's music, by the way?
I looked at some of the song titles and I like right off the top of my head, nothing stuck out.
Yeah, nothing stuck out to me either, but it's just it's tragic, because now you got, a young musician who's gone, and then now you might, have to worry about these other kids, the brother and everything. Like he's gonna be gone. Like it's just gonna be a lot of stuff that probably could have been avoided, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and even if that doesn't happen, I'm not sure if T Hood was affiliated with like a crew or anything like that. So now Kai Frost is the young man's name that they have as a suspect. Not sure if now he got to worry about having an issue with the remaining members of that particular group, if that's the case. So
Most likely. You know how these young folk do nowadays, especially, I mean, it is what it is, man. Boy, y'all ladies, man, y'all in situations and people putting their hands on you, you need to get out of those situations. You ain't gotta kill the person, but you do need to get out of those situations, you know what I mean? Especially if it's not comfortable for you, And that could not be the situation at all, but I just know a lot of ladies who do get hands put on them and they stay in those situations and then things like this occur.
Man, them situations are I just say complicated to say the least. Cause most of the time, if something like that happens, it's best to not even get involved. To be honest with you, man. I know that sounds terrible to say, cause some of those instances could end up in like domestic homicide, and that's terrible. But most of those situations end up being they're back together in the next 24 hours after you done came over there and called yourself protecting her honor, and now the boyfriend and the girlfriend are looking at you crazy. Now they against you and you because you tried to help out and all
Yep.
that. So
Yep.
ain't really no win right there, man. Yeah, there's no win in those situations, man. So
You're right with that, man. I've been around that a few times in my life, and that's why I always back up. I stay out the way now.
yeah, man.
Because I mean, if
Yeah.
it's that bad, trust me, if it's that bad, you should leave. I shouldn't have to, come save you or anything. You should be smart enough to know that you need to leave that situation. That's not a healthy relationship. You know what I mean? So
Since we talking about unhealthy relationships, another follow up. Remember, Austin Drummond was the suspect in that quadruple murder in Tennessee.
yes.
Well, it turns out Mr. Drummond is having a baby by the sister of the grandmother of the 4 people that he killed.
And the plot thickens.
Yeah. So Courtney Rose was the grandmother that was murdered. It was her daughter, her daughter's boyfriend, and her grandchild. The sister that's having the baby by Austin Drummond, Miss Caitlin Speed, she was a correctional officer at the Northwest Correctional Facility from October 2020. Yeah, October 2023 to October 2024. I want to make sure I ain't say 2003 like I did last time. So yeah, man, it gets weird. It gets real weird. Don't know if she had anything to do with the murder, like if she was a willing participant in anything that's going down. It's just interesting that this came out now, that he's having a baby by this lady, and the baby's due in October.
I guess what I mean. What do you say? Congratulations.
Hey man, baby's being born.
Yeah,
Sure. Always
there you
congrats.
go.
You know, you decided to keep it. Congrats.
Well, I'll tell you one person that's not being congratulated right now, and that's Sean Kingston and his mom. They finally got sentenced for that wire fraud case that they
He
was going for,
she got
and he
more
got
years than he did.
she got 5 years, and he got 3.5 years in federal prison. I don't know what prison they're going to be sentenced at, but and boy, his mugshot looks horrible. I'll tell you.
I don't think nobody really wants to take a good one. It ain't like a driver's license picture.
You know I can take ya. What do you say? Honey, I could take you there. Boy, that picture didn't take me nowhere. Boy, that picture is horrible.
Yeah, I don't think you want a good mugshot picture.
Oh, I've seen a lot of people with good mugshots. I tell you what, one man looked like, yo, man, why did I do this, man? That's how his picture looked like. Doggone, I should have listened to mama. Because I think his mama
So
was the whole thing that made that happen, right?
see, that's what I was about to ask you. Like, so fill me in on this Sean Kingston situation, man. Cause I know all I know is he got charged with fraud. That's it. Him and his
And
mom do.
this is wire fraud.
Okay. So somebody was paying him for shows that he wasn't showing up to?
Damn, I'm sorry. Woo, I was looking at his mom's mugshot. She looked gracious. If anybody gets a chance, look at the mugshot of Janice Turner, Sean Kingston's mama. Boy. But let's get back to what we was talking about.
Hold on. Wait.
Boy, Mr. Clean with some drawn on eyebrows. I let's see.
You talking about the man mom, Joe?
I'm talking
Mr.
about
Clean?
Miss Janice
Talking
Turner,
about
the one that's on the one that's on my internet right now, the one that has a bald head and drawn on eyebrows with braids hanging down the back of her head. And I don't know where the braids are connected to. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just you want to hit that drum one more time because
that wasn't a joke. You just described what you think she looked like. I can't really can't really go.
Hey, if anybody wants to see it for themselves, they go to TMZ, the website, and they'll see the picture of Sean Kingston and his mom mugshots. But as far as their case, I never did get what was going on and what happened. I first got the impression that they were selling merchandise that was stolen at first, I thought. And then it came back as being like a wire fraud. So I don't understand what that means when they say wire fraud. Is that wiring money, or what kind of wire are we talking about? So I never really did get the whole logistics of the case and what's really going on. But I do know that he has 3.5 years in federal prison, and his mom, Mr. Clean, got 5 years.
I'll sit here and let you disrespect that man mama like that, talking about some Mr. Clean.
Here we go. I'm sorry, Mrs. Clean. It says actually Sean and his mom Janice were accused of swindling businesses out of more than $1 million in a fraud scheme involving jewelry, luxury vehicles, and other goods. So there you go.
Best of luck to the Kingstons, if that's their real last name.
Turners.
Well, my fault. Best of luck to the Turners, man. Do that 3.5. What's that, federal time? Gotta do 80% of federal time. So she be home in 4. He'd be home in 4, 1 and some change.
Yeah, give him enough time to write a couple of songs. Maybe he can get some real money this time instead of having to do wire fraud.
No, I said 3. He got 3.5 years.
Yeah, he probably do about a one and a half.
80% of that. 80. No, hold on. 80%. 8, 4, 0, 6, 2.
2
yeah,
point.
2. Yeah, 2 and some change. But hey, man, he'll be home before you know it. She'll be home before you know it. He'll be home before you know it. With a renewed attitude, man, and a fresh new outlook on life.
And right back at it, ready to swindle some more businesses. Let's go, baby. We back.
Well,
need to swindle some hair on the head.
Oh, there you go, messing with people mamas, man. Just
boom.
No.
Hey, the mama jokes be crazy sometimes.
No. A story that's developing that I'm gonna keep a close eye on. The founders of Uncle Nearest Whiskey, Fawn Weaver and her husband, right now they're going through litigation. Cause the company the company is Farm Credit, that is saying that they've defaulted on over $100 million worth of loans, but they're trying to say, but the Weavers are saying That's not the case. That's due to the person who was handling our financials before, Mike Senzaki, because he had a separate investigation going on, and he was the one overinflating the barrel. I think it was the barrel value or the barrel count. I'm sorry, kind of over evaluating it to get more loan money. So right now they're in a receivership, meaning there's a neutral party that's in charge of the company right now while they get all this settled. So I'm just, keeping an eye on that to see if it gets resolved, see if they got to give away part of the company or what. You know what I mean? Because I remember this Uncle Nearest story was a big story when it first broke, as far as how Uncle Nearest was the one who taught Jim Beam how to make, how to make the whiskey and this, that, and the third. So
Was it Jim Beam or Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels. I'm sorry, Jack Daniels. Thank you. Jack Daniels. They would have never let me forget that one. Jack Daniels. Have you ever had any Uncle Nearest whiskey?
I haven't. I've heard about it. I've never had it. I've definitely had Jack Daniels, so if it tastes anything like that, then I know what that tastes like and it'll stay where it's at. But man, shouts out to Uncle Nearest, and I hope they get their stuff together.
Well, you on one today, ain't you, boy?
I'm on one.
You
and
put
I'm
your
definitely
color,
not on no whiskey.
You put them colors on today and came ready for war.
Let's go, baby. Topics of discussion, baby. We got to keep it spicy and juicy out here.
Wow. Some interesting words there.
Yes, sir.
Ari Lennox, singer, songwriter, very talented artist. She had made some comments earlier about the Martin show. I'm not sure if you heard them.
I didn't.
Okay. Well, she was saying how she didn't appreciate the way that Martin would joke on Pam. And she was making it seem like it was a colorism issue. And I can't tell her how she looked at things was right or wrong. I just never got that from Martin when him and Pam were going at it. I just looked at it as like, well, he don't like his old lady's best friend. It ain't had nothing to do with her being, a particular shade or anything like that. Cause
That's all it was.
Cause he ain't never make like, talks about her skin tone when he did none of the jokes. At least to me. Now, if there's any dark-skinned people who feel differently, please put it in the comments and correct me where I may be wrong, but I never got that.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, people are always going to have their own opinion and spin on things. I watched that show all my life, and there was nothing ever wrong with that. That was a good part of the show when him and Pam used to go at it, because Pam used to fire back on him. It's just not like he was just firing on her. If you listen to some of the stuff she would come back with, it was even worse. You know what I mean? Like, she would say some crazy stuff about Martin, especially how short he was and, stuff like that. So I think it was just, I love that fact of the show right there. So for somebody to come at it like there was something wrong and somebody did something wrong, I mean, it's just, for what? Why are you messing up a good thing?
You think she was reaching?
Oh, reaching. Super reaching. That's just like if you try to come with that show Married with Children, and now you try to get mad because you're just watching it now and be like, I didn't like the way Al used to talk to Peg. I don't like the things that Al Bundy used to say to Peg Bundy. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, that's what made the show, though. You know what I mean? Like, you was waiting to hear what he was gonna say, bro. And then what she would say, she'll fire back on him. You know what I mean? Like, in the same essence as Martin and Pam. But I think somebody always wants something to say. And I love Ari Lennox. She has great music. So I ain't even gonna say nothing crazy. But I think people just need to, lighten up a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Take a joke.
See, now that's a skin tone joke. That's a skin tone joke. That man said, lighten up. That's a skin tone joke.
You forgot to put the drum. You forgot to put the drum in the back of that one. That was it right there. That was it. That was it right there, man.
Hey, well, look, man. Speaking of either past or present Dreamville artists, because I think I already had one released from the label, but cool, no problem. J.I.D. You heard J.I.D.'s album, man? God does.
I haven't heard his album.
Like ugly.
I heard it's hard though.
Man, look. All right, so look. When I listened to the J.I.D. album, I thought to myself, anybody who feels like you never got enough Andre 3000 music and you're upset that he's out here playing the flute and minding his business, this J.I.D. album is for you. This is what that would have sounded like. I believe this is what mind you, when I'm saying this Andre 3000 stuff, I meant back when when everybody wanted him to rap. That's what I'm talking about. it would have sounded like this JID album, man. This JID album is the album that's gonna put this young man into one of the best lyricists in the game contention.
Oh, I cannot wait to hear this album. Fire me a spliff and listen to the album. I'm gonna cool out, my friend. Mash up on it.
Oh man, yeah. Good morning, good morning.
JID, huh? And what's the name of the album?
God Does Like Ugly.
And that just came out?
This came out. What's today? Saturday. This was.
Yep.
When I listen to this, it was before yesterday, so it had to be last. Was it last week? It's still recent though. It was in the past 2 weeks. I know I listened to it within the past week.
Good hip hop coming out in 2025.
Yeah, man. Yeah. As it should be. As it should be. Everything
But it
goes
wasn't.
in. But everything goes in eras, cycles, moments, stuff like that.
Well, I know there's a moment for this, what I'm about to tell you. You seen that Jordan and Kobe card, collector's basketball card that they got going up to bid? Well, it's going this morning. I don't know if it's already been, I don't know if somebody already bid it and bought it, but it was starting out at $5 million to bid. And it has a picture of Kobe on one side, has a picture of Jordan on the other side with both of their signatures next to them, and then the NBA patches next to their name. It is official. It is a crazy card. It was from 2007. And they said they're expecting it to go for over $6.1 million. And that's today.
It makes me really upset that I threw away all my trading cards when I called myself getting grown. I feel so stupid.
And bro, I'm gonna tell you something crazy. Like, I'm not gonna put nobody in the fire, but a family member of mine took it upon themselves to move my stuff out of where it was because I was growing up now, but I wasn't around that stuff anymore. And they actually, supposedly, my cards all disappeared. And I had crazy cards from back in the days. I'm talking about basketball, rookie cards, football, baseball. I had Marvel comic cards. I had cards that I probably would be so well off right now. I wouldn't have to be worrying about where I'm getting any money from right now.
That's
the cards
my thing.
that I had.
That's my thing though, man. Like we grew up like trying to get like the full team. So the card booklet, it had like what 3, 6. So that's about nine different. I think it was 9, maybe even more. But the whole goal was to get a full team. You get a card with every one of the members of the team on it. I had every one of the Houston Rockets. This was after they won it was either that first or second ring. I had all them. I'd go to the flea market on Saturday mornings. My pops used to take me and my cousin when we went out there. I had that 90. I was trying to get every one of the 1996 joints, the Allen Iverson, the Stephon Marbury, even Marcus Camby, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal, Kerry Kittles, Joose. I couldn't tell you right now what none of those cards went to. I can't tell you the moment I decided that I was too grown to have basketball cards and stuff anymore. But I feel so stupid every time one of these stories like you just broke comes out.
Brother. And mine, I realized, I was like, you know what? It's been a long time since I touched these cards. And I know for a fact I got something. So I got some heaters. I know I do. And I kept them in good condition just for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? Let me mosey on back to that place. Let me go grab them up and start maybe looking on the internet, seeing how much these might be worth, seeing what I got. And when I get there, they like, oh, I don't know what card you're talking about. I'm like, well, it was like 5 big boxes, big white boxes and big binders. They just walked away, huh? So apparently my cards walked away.
Like Toy Story.
Yep, just like Toy Story. But like I say, no shade on anybody. But yeah, that's cool. That was my lottery ticket.
Remember the Beckett magazines? The Beckett joint would tell you how much what special card was worth. And yeah, let's talk about something else, man.
Yeah, we're going down a road right now.
Yeah, we don't need to go down
there. Yeah, this ain't it. Yeah, this ain't the road you want to go down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time for our second installment of Juice Joints. This is where Juice Jones goes out and he frequents a restaurant and he comes back and tells you about it so you don't have to go, or maybe because he wants you to go. Juice, where you go today in Juice Joints?
All right, well, I was gonna change it up because on my last review, I went to that sorry ass place called Slim Chickens, and they have slim quality, slim service, a lot of slim things going on at that establishment. So I was like, let me move and try different food, But then Juice Jones kicked in and said, "No, bruh, you need that chicken. You need to have you some good chicken, so then you can move on, So I end up going to a place called Pantry Fried Chicken, located on Gate City Boulevard in Greensboro, North Carolina. And let me tell you, they did not disappoint. The fried chicken was delicious. The fried chicken tenders were delicious. The potato wedges they got were delicious. The sauces were great. So now I finally got some great fried chicken that'll stomp out Slim Chickens. So I ain't got to think about them no more. Pantry Fried Chicken. They get a double Juicy J A for me, baby.
So how many fire emojis out of 10?
Man, we going.
Matter of fact, no. What we say, little glasses of orange juice. How many little glasses of orange juice?
Out of 5,
out of 10 glasses of orange juice, how many they get?
I'm gonna give them 7.5 cups of juice.
7.5 cups of juice. Not bad.
7.5 cups of juice out of 10. And when I tell you the chicken was great, fresh, a lot of people coming in, I guess the demand is there, but I had to try it out because I was on my chicken binge and I was so disappointed with what I had that I had to have something. Pantry Fried Chicken has great prices, fast turnaround, like the chicken, it don't take too long for you to get your order. And when I tell you that thing coming straight out the grease, and they got this little powder that they put on there, and it's not that fart powder that damn Slim Chickens put on their chicken. It's this good powder. It's like goodies, but it's not medicine. But boy, you take a bite out that chicken, woo! So remember what I tell y'all, Pantry Fried Chicken in Greensboro, North Carolina. There's 2 locations, one on South M Eugene Street, and the one I went to was on Gate City Boulevard. Check it out for yourself.
So these are standalone stores. They're not inside a gas station or nothing.
Nope, standalone stores.
Cause when you said Pantry Fried Chicken, I'm like, that sounds like something that might be inside the sheets, not the sheets, but the yeah, that and what's my other joint? The one that used to be right there on Market Street. What was that called, man? Great Stops.
It does sound just like that, you know what I mean?
Like
I think they might have started like
Stops.
that somewhere. Wherever they started from, I think they might have did that. But
yeah,
the one in Gate City Boulevard is the old beef burger. I don't know if you remember where that's at.
Over there by UNCG?
Yep.
By the Artist Block?
Yep, that's Pantry Fried Chicken now.
Wow, okay. Man, one time for Pantry Fried Chicken. All right, Juice, before we get up out of here, man, we got to do this segment we like to call Brick or Swish. I get a random topic. Absolutely. I get a random topic from one of the segments, sports, news, and entertainment. I present you with the topic. If you agree with it, it's a swish. If you ain't really rocking with it, it's a brick. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Earlier, I was talking about which team has more pressure on them to get to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. One team I didn't mention because I feel like that the coach from that team, he's pretty much on the hot seat. So I'll see if you want to agree with this or not. Mike Tomlin, this may be Mike Tomlin's last year if they don't make it to the Super Bowl. Brick or swish?
Oof. How many seasons has he been coaching, first of all, for the Steelers?
Oh, 100, 130. Mike Tomlin been there.
All right. So I'm definitely throwing a brick on that one. He hasn't made it thus far. And they still kept him because of, he has a winning season every year, but they just don't win enough. And I think they'll still keep him. I think he's a great coach, but I think they'll still keep him. I don't think they'll get rid of him if he doesn't make the Super Bowl this year.
I'm gonna call swish, man. I think
really.
Yeah, I think Mike Tomlin on the hot seat, man. They're getting tired of just being. Yeah, I think they're getting tired of just being a decent team in the NFL, man. It's been too long since that last Super Bowl. It'd be different if this was like the Arizona Cardinals or something like that. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, they're one of those teams to where when you think NFL football, they're one of the original, So yeah, man, Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat. What's keeping him alive, aside from the fact that he hasn't had a losing season, I think is because it's not a whole lot of black coaches. So, so if you get rid of the one black coach that ain't never had a losing season, then you gonna look real suspect.
True that, and I'm with that. So I don't know, man, but I don't think he's on the hot seat, man. I don't know, but I don't know why they picked up Aaron Rodgers. But luckily, I'm not a Steelers fan, so that has nothing to do with me.
All right, so Juice called a brick, I call a Swish. All right, so down there in Gloucester Township in New Jersey, it's been announced that any parent who fails to prevent their child from committing a crime will face up to 90 days in jail or fines totaling $2,000. Now, these are some of the things that that parents can be charged for if their children are committing these things: felonies, disorderly conduct, associating with thieves, gambling, idly roaming the streets. What else? Incorrigibility, meaning your kid just doesn't want to change. It doesn't want to be corrected, improved, or reformed. The parent can be sent to jail for 90 days for that and up to $2,000 fine. Also, immorality is a charge that the parents could be held responsible for. Juice.
Oof.
This right here became a thing after there was a massive brawl at a drone what was it, a drone show in South Jersey that happened last year. That's where all this stems from, right? So Juice, my question to you is, do you think this is something that should be implemented across the country, that parents should be held responsible for their for their children's actions, up to 90 days in jail and or $2,000 fine? This is, as far as the age range, is just 18 and under, anything 18 and under.
Wow. That's whoa. That's tough. Putting it on the parents, man. But everything stems from the parents, and people don't want to take this responsibility anymore, and that's the thing. So I'm gonna go Swish. Put that on the parents. Maybe these kids will come out a little bit better because maybe the parents will put a little bit more forth effort to keep these kids out of trouble and keep them out of situations. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go Swish with it, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Swish too. You had them, they yours.
Yep.
You had them, so now, yeah, deal with that.
And I think that's the whole problem in these times is that a lot of parents, I'm not saying all because I can't, but a lot of parents ain't really being parents. And you wonder why these kids out here doing what they doing.
Well, I'm thinking that a lot of the parents aren't, how do I put it, aren't allowing their kids to be corrected by people who aren't them. There's probably a better way to say that, but that's the words I can come up with. Like how if an adult saw a kid doing something he had no business doing, the adult could correct that kid, then tell that parent. Now, if you do that, now the parent's taking up for their kid and they are enabling the terrible behavior because the parent don't know any better either. You know what I'm saying? So that's where all this is stemming from. So now, if your kid does something and you don't want nobody correcting them, cool, no problem.
It's your ass.
You can do them 90 and pay that 2,000. Yeah, already. So that's a switch across the board over here, buddy. Yeah. Watch them kids, them your kids. Last one, brick or swish. The song Residuals by Chris Brown is about Deion Sanders and Karuchi Train. And what made me think of this, Juice, is how Deion had the bladder cancer and they got all that taken care of, you know what I mean? Thank God. And then they tried the story they tried to make bigger than the actual health scare was the fact that Karuchi was in the hospital with him. I ain't really think nothing of it. And then they keep playing Residuals like every 30 seconds on the radio. And I just kept listening to the song. I'm like, he might have knew something a long time ago.
Yeah, first of all, I was surprised too when I seen Karuchi in that hospital. That messed me all up. I'm like, damn, what? Who? What the blood clot going on here? But hey man. Okay, so where we going?
Do you think Residuals is about Deion Sanders and Karuchi? Brick or swish? No. Excuse me. Residuals is about Deion Sanders and Karuchi Train. Brick or swish?
I'm going with you, brother. Do woo hitting that switch on him, baby. And find out Deion, baby.
And I wouldn't have been so sure about it, except for the fact that Chris is known to make songs about missing Shawty and saying her name without having an issue. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure at this point, with Rihanna having two babies by ASAP Rocky. I don't think he still want her.
Right.
I mean,
Find out
I could
Karuchi
be
got that thing.
wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's talking about her no more. You know what I'm saying? Plus, ASAP Rocky, he's a shooter. He just beat his gun. He just beat his gun case shooting one of his ex ASAP partners. You know what I mean? So I don't think Chris Brown want none of that problem. Yeah, I think Residuals is about Karuchi and Deion Sanders. Tell somebody can prove me wrong. And even if you try to, I'ma still think Residuals is about Karuchi and Deion Sanders.
I never put that together until you just said it, but now it's in my head. I just hear it in my head. Tell me who's getting all of love? Who's getting all of love? Oh man, that's funny.
So now it's even funnier when you go back and listen to you better not give him a nickname. Prime. Who's getting all of my time? Prime. Prime is getting all of your time.
And who's getting all the money? Karuchi. She's getting the residuals. Yeah, it evens out in the long run.
Yes, indeed, man. Well, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us as you do. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment. Please comment. This has been another episode of 58 South TV presents Topics of Discussion, your new home for sports news and entertainment. I'm your man, 58 South. That is Juice Jones. Find him on all social platforms at Juice Jones. My link tree is in the description because everything doesn't say the same thing on it. Some of us 58 South, some of us 58 South TV, whatever. Again, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, just waiting on it. Just waiting on it. Don't forget, catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Going live, man, on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook and on YouTube. We've been having fun doing these Monday night lives, man, so we're going to keep it going. Shout out to everybody who participated last week. One time for Break Room 411, Tiff the Gift, DJ Phenomenon, 703 Entertainment. What's up, DJ? Thank y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time, man. Don't forget, whenever you go outside, take God with you. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful. Peace. Cut the check.